What's going on, everybody? What's going on, good folks? I hope everybody had a good day today. I had a good day because I'm alive. Okay? I'm alive. I woke up this morning. So I'm having a great day. A great day. Yes. I guess my notification will come on. I don't know. Because, you know, sometimes I get some attention and then sometimes I don't. I don't know what they be doing. I guess they got their pick who they want to give attention to. Sometimes I get the attention and sometimes I don't. Did I get a notification? Oh yeah, I did. I got one on you on Facebook. What's going on Facebook? Facebook and YouTube. What's going on, everybody? Look, before we get into some things, right? Oh, hit the like button. Leave comments, share videos, all that good stuff, right? um because I'm trying to get my channel on up there. I've been playing with this channel a little bit, but I'm trying to get it on up there, right? And I need y'all to, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the videos so we can bring more attention into the channel. Okay? Leave comments. The more action, the better. Okay? And I appreciate it to the fullest. I really do. I appreciate excuse me, I appreciate you to the fullest. But listen, we're going to go into some things, right? And I just put hot topics of the day, right? Because I want to talk about multiple things. So that's why I put hot topics of the day. I just left it like that. Okay. Now, look, first I want to talk about attitudes. I want to talk about attitudes. And I want to talk about attitudes about, people that have jobs and they work with the public. Okay. Because you run into a lot of people that work with the public and they be having nasty attitudes. I mean, seriously, their attitudes be real funky. And I want to talk about that because listen, we all go through stuff. We know that. That's part of life. We all go through stuff. But when you work with the public, I feel like you have an obligation to, respect people, treat people, kindly. But in a lot of situations, people don't do that, right? They don't. They don't do that. And some people don't say nothing. They just go ahead and take care of their business and leave. But me, I call you out. I do because I think that when you know that you work with the public every day, I don't care what you're going through every day, you need to be putting on that smile and treating people with respect and treating people kindly. Because when people come into that business, right, and they come and you wait on them, they be kind to you. So why is it that you can't be kind to them? Like you don't know what they've been through. You don't know what they went through or what they going through at that time. But when they come into your business and they come up to your, up to your desk or whatever, they, they treat you kindly. They respect you, right? So why, what makes you think that you could be nasty to people when that's your job? That's your job. Is you working with the public. And your job is to respect people, to be kind to people, you know? Or stay home. If that's not the job you want, stay home. Find you another job. But I don't think it's right when people got jobs working with the public and they come in and they got this nasty attitude, right? This nasty energy going on. Their face broke down. They got a mug on their face. and all this stuff. You know what I mean? No, it's not right. It's not right at all. And if that's not the job for you, if you're not one of those people that can deal with the public and respect people the way they respect you, then you don't need to have the job. And I mean, people need to start calling this out because it happens a lot. It happens a lot where people that work with the public have a messed up attitude. It really do. It happens a lot. And people really need to start calling you out because maybe you don't need a job, or maybe you need to be put on suspension for a while until you can get yourself together, until you can get your priorities straight so that you can come to work and wait on people with respect, treat people kindly. Because when you work with the public, that's something that you should be doing. But some of you don't do that. Some of you are very nasty and have very nasty attitudes. You really do. And you need to check it for real, because if people start calling in on you and you start getting bad reports, you're going to lose that job. You're going to get fired, and it's going to be hard for you to get another one. Nobody's going to want you working with them, working at their business when you can't treat people with respect and have a pleasant attitude. If you went through something that morning, or you going through something and you don't think you can come in and work with the public in the appropriate way, then call out or something, take a sick day. But I don't think it's right that some of y'all that work with the public, y'all come in and you have these messed up attitudes, right? And you come in with your face broke, your mug broke, and all that, and you don't, you know what I mean? You don't respect the public like you should. And people need to start calling you out for people that do that. Don't just let them wait on you and walk out. Yeah, walk out, but call corporate. Get the name and call corporate. And I bet you start reporting some of these people, they'll stop doing that. Or go, like I say, if you're not good at working with the public and that's not your thing, then find you another job. But it's not right that you work with the public and you come in and you be nasty to people. That's not right. That's not cool at all. So I wanted to talk about that because it happens a lot. It happens a lot. And I be talking to some people and they get it too. They be getting the same thing, these nasty attitudes, like when you go to the bank and different things of that nature, where you got to go in and be waited on or something. These people with these attitudes. And like I say, just like people don't know what you're going through, you don't know what that person going through that you're waiting on, that you're being so nasty to. What if a person come in there and say they've been depressed, right? They one of them people that's just struggling with depression or something. And they come in there and you wait on them and you're very nasty to them. And then when they leave out of there, they just break down, just have a breakdown, because of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You never know what you're doing to somebody by being nasty when it's your job to be nice and respectful because you're working with the public. Like when I used to go to the fast food places, right? And people used to wait on us and they be having, attitudes, or they be talking real low, like they don't want to speak up and stuff. And you got to keep repeating, excuse me, what did you say? What did you say? And they act like they don't want to speak up and stuff like that. I mean, I'm just saying, if working with the public is not the thing for you, find you another job. Find you another job, because I feel like people should call you out. That's my opinion. You know, when you're being nasty and you know you got to work with the public and you being nasty and you got a nasty attitude, yeah, I think you should be called out. I really do. You know, because that's not right. People come in and they respecting you and treating you nice and you giving them all this attitude and stuff. Come on now. That's not right at all. That's not cool. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. Now my next thing is I want to talk about some things that I see go on, like not just on YouTube, but in real life. Like I see some where some treat people, well, I'm not going to say treat people, but they do certain things to people and then they feel like it's okay for them to do it to you, but it's a problem when you do it to them, right? When you do it to them, all it's like all hell break loose. It's like all hell break loose. But when they do things to you, it's like it's okay. It's supposed to be okay. And that's not how it go. If you if it's something that you don't want people to know, don't put it on the internet, right? Don't put your shit on the internet because once you put it out there, people gonna, have their opinion about it. And my thing is that we all do it. We all, express our opinion, especially on like YouTube, okay? And in real life. People do it in real life too, but I'm saying it happens on here all the time where people put things out and then you hear different people giving their opinion about it or how they feel about it, right? My thing is, if you don't want folks to talk about whatever you talked about, whatever you said, don't put it out there. Because everybody this is a platform. This is a platform where people talk about things. Everybody talk about things on their platform, different things, whatever they feel like they want to talk about. Everybody talk about, a whole lot of things, different things. So, and that's their business. They can do that. Excuse me. Excuse me. They can do that. That's their business. It's their platform. They can talk about whatever they want to talk about. So if you don't want somebody to, express their opinion about things, don't put it out. Because the minute you put it out there, some people are going to speak their opinion about it. And it's funny how when some people speak their opinion about others, like they can do it to you and they can say anything they want to, they can put your shit in the thumbnail and all that. But it's funny how when somebody do it to you, it's a totally different ball game. You out of pocket for real, as my boy say. You is out of pocket, okay? When you do it, when you say something about them, you totally wrong. You out of order, right? But when they do it to you, it's okay, right? You're not supposed to get upset. You're not supposed to get mad or none of that. You're supposed to suck it up and take it, right? But the minute that you do it to others, the minute that you do it to them, they get upset. People get upset. They get mad. And they want to, they want to sue you and all that. They want to say it's defamation, all that. You defaming their character and all that. But it's okay for them to put your picture in a thumbnail, right? And tell people to call your job, to call your board, the state board, and tell them different stories because, you know, that's what they doing. It's okay for them to do that. And see, my thing is, some people keep ignoring situations, right? But when you start trying to mess with my bank, trying to mess with my Luciano, when you start trying to mess with my dollars, right? And you really, really trying to defame my character, now it's time for me to get a lawyer, right? I don't care who you are. It's time for me to get a lawyer, okay? Because you're totally out of order, okay? Because first of all, don't nobody put your picture in their stuff, okay? Then they might talk about whatever is going on or whatever you might put out there, you know. And let me say another thing: you can't make people believe you if they don't want to, right? And that's what some things is about, because you know, sometimes when people find out you don't believe them, you know, the stories that they tell, you don't believe it. Some people get mad about that when they feel like you don't believe what they saying. But everybody don't have to believe what you saying. Okay? Especially when people go back and look at other stuff that people done put out. And it's so many inconsistencies. It's so many, you know, holes and lies and contradicting and stuff like that. You can't get mad with people because they don't believe you. They don't want to believe you. That's their business. That's them. You know, because you got some people who really think for themselves. They don't go by what somebody say, because they said, you know, they are a, you know, they are a victim of something, right? And they don't just run with it because you say you're a victim of something. Everybody's not like that. Everybody don't just run with it because you say you're a victim. Some people just sit back and observe, and they listen to what people say. They listen, they watch and see if any proof of it gonna come up and things like that. You got people like that, because I think for myself, right? I don't just take something and run with it. That's what I don't do that. You know, I was raised, you think for yourself. You don't go by what somebody's telling you. You know, you don't just jump on the bandwagon with everybody, you know. And I'm not the type of person that feels sorry for you because you say, you know, you're a victim of something. Okay. Yeah. I'll say I do have a heart. So the first thing I say is that I hope that didn't happen. You know, I hope that didn't happen to her, because that's not good. I hope that didn't happen to her. Now I will say something like that because I don't want to see nothing bad happen to nobody. Okay. But also I'm observing, because I'm trying to figure out, is this really, is this really what's going on? You know what I mean? So I'm kind of lean back, observing, to see if I see any proof of what this person is saying. Because everybody that cry victim is not always a victim. Let's be clear about that. Everybody that cry victim is not always a victim, and I'm just keeping it above. And I know some people may not agree with me, and that's fine. That's fine, but something is true. I've seen people who have lied. I'm talking about in my personal life. I've seen people who have lied about being a victim. Okay, all because they want some attention. I've seen it, so I know what I'm talking about. It ain't like I ain't never seen it before. I've seen it, and like I say, I'm just one of those people. I think for myself, and I observe to see what else what else is going on that's going to let me know, if this is true or not. Because let's be clear. The first thing I'll say is I hope this didn't happen to this person because this is not good. I hope this didn't happen to her or him. You know what I mean? But also I'll say, I'm watching too and observing because I'm making sure that you're not going to make an ass out of me. You know what I'm saying? By saying that this happened, but in the same breath, you may come back and say some other things too. That starts to put holes in your story or starts to make me look like, wait a minute now, wait a minute. What's really going on here? You know? So that's just me. I don't just take what somebody say and run with it. Okay? I've never been like that. I always observe. I always observe and see what's going on, But I'm not the type, I don't say, oh, I don't come out and say, oh, that person lying that, like I said, I'll say, I hope that didn't happen. Because that's not good. I hope that didn't happen, because that's bad. But in the same breath, I'm observing because I want to make sure that it's true. I want to make sure that it's true because I've seen it. I've seen people say stuff and then you find out later that they lying, that they're not telling the truth. And I noticed that excuse me, that some people get mad with you because you don't jump on on the bandwagon with everybody else and just say, yeah, this person, this happened and that's that. I see people get mad with you because you don't agree with everybody else, and I don't care about that. I don't give a damn about that because I think for me. I don't think for everybody else. I think for me. Okay. And that's just how I am. I've always been like that. I think for me, you know. And some people need to start doing that because a lot of times I don't know what be going on, but some people, they be lying in your face, and people are take it and run with it. They'll just take it. Soon as somebody say something, they'll just take it and run off with it. And then you find out later it was a whole bunch of stuff with it. Like I don't understand. Sometimes sometimes we need to sit back and instead of jumping on the bandwagon, we need to observe sometimes, sit back and watch things, to make sure that whatever is going on is true, that it really happened, because sometimes people say stuff and it don't be the truth. It really don't. But some people don't want to see it like that. They want to see what they want to see. For whatever the reason is, they want to see what they want to see. And, I just think it's sad sometimes. I think it's sad how some of those things play out. How people just jump on the bandwagon and you can see straight through it. You can spot BS when it's BS, right? But for some reason, people just jump on the bandwagon and they just run with it. They just run with it for whatever the reason is. I never understood that. I just don't. I don't even try to. Okay. But that's what I was talking about when I did a video before, and I was talking about how we give so much negative shit energy and we make it grow. We make negativity grow. And it's just crazy. Like on my channel, I talk about a lot of issues, different issues: self-love, peace, happiness, self-esteem. Low self-esteem, addiction. I talk about different topics like that because it's something that needs to be talked about. It's something that a lot of people need to be, into, because you do stuff because you don't love yourself. We make crazy decisions because we don't love ourselves. That's why we do some of the shit that we do. It's a lack of self-love. Because let me tell you something. When you love you, it's a lot of shit you ain't going to do when you have that self-love. But a lot of us don't have it. We don't have it. That's why we spend so much time in toxic world. In the toxic world. Because we don't have that self-love. We don't have it. We're not happy. So we stay in a world of drama because it makes us fit in. It makes us, it makes us feel like we people. You know what I mean? When you keep yourself around drama, a lot of chaos, a lot of negativity, it makes you feel like you're a part of something. Because a lot of you don't have that self-love, and that's why you do a lot of toxic shit. Because you don't have it, and you don't want to do the necessary work to get it. You really don't. It is what it is. And that's the problem. People don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't. And as long as you keep ducking and not wanting to deal with your own issues and want to stay tied up into toxic stuff, watch how your outcome be. Watch how your life continue to be. Watch how things continue to be in your life. From not wanting to be, to get your life straight. From not, and want to get the self-love, your self-love. You know what I mean? And like that, because a lot of people don't. And like I said, that's why so many people surround themselves with so much drama and so much toxic stuff. Is because that drama and that toxic shit make you feel like you're a part of something. And even when you're doing fuck shit in your life, because you are wrapped up into the wrong people, they make you feel like you're a part of something. Because they in the same bracket you in. So they make you feel like your life is all right. You good. When really you're not. But because you hang around those people that's like you feel like you're a part of something. And that satisfies you. That makes you say, I'm good. I'm all right. Because I got people that's just like me. And you stay stuck right there. You stay stuck right there in that toxic world. And that's why your life end up staying the same way it is. And you don't move up and you don't move back. You just stay stuck right there. At some point, you got to make a decision and say, I want to be better. I want to do better. And you got to start putting better into your life. You got to change your mindset. You got to start all that toxic stuff. You got to start putting some positive stuff in there and start making some positive decisions. You need to work on yourself. Find out why you don't love yourself. Because that's where it's all started. It all started somewhere where something that happened in your life and you're not feeling that self-love. And you start hanging around people who, basically feel the same way you do. And that's why a lot of people get into that drama world, that toxic world. It feels comfortable. It feels comfortable to you. Because everybody is doing what you're doing. So you feel like you're a part of something. But when you by yourself, you still in that slump. You don't have no self-love. and you still feeling those feelings that you feeling on the inside, that negativity, that you know, feeling lost, just not feeling right, you know. And it's a lot of people that's there. That's where a lot of people at. But you gotta want to do better for yourself. Can't nobody make you do nothing. You gotta want to do it. You gotta be tired of being in that toxic world and thinking it's all right. But like I say, when you make bad decisions for yourself, it's because it's a lack of self-love. The self-love is not there. It's not. Because when you love yourself, you don't make bad decisions for yourself. It is what it is. You don't make bad decisions for yourself when when you love yourself. You don't. You don't put yourself in bad situations when you love yourself. And when you constantly keep doing it, you got to ask yourself, what's going on with me? Why am I like this? But see, because a lot of us take and we get around people that's the same way we are, guess what? We don't even think about it because we got people that surround us, right? That's making us feel comfortable with what we are doing until we get by ourselves. And then when we get by ourselves, we start feeling them feelings again. But at the end of the day, you gotta start loving you. Like I always say, everything starts with you. Everything starts with you. You gotta start with you if you want things to get better. Some people don't care. Some people don't care. Some people like being stuck where they at. Some people like being stuck where they at. You know, they don't want to get better. And that's fine because you got to deal with that. Not me, not everybody else. At the end of the day, hey, that's your shit that you stuck in and you got to deal with that shit. No matter how much you keep running and trying to be around other people that make you feel comfortable and all that, at some point, right, those feelings are going to keep flaring up. That uncomfortableness that you have on the inside is going to always be there until you deal with it. Until you deal with it, it's going to be there. And that's the problem. A lot of people don't want to face reality. They don't want to face the truth about themselves. That's when the growth starts. You don't know? Ask me, because I know I've been there, I've done that. That's where the growth starts. When you can face that stuff head on and talk about it and deal with it. That's when you see the growth come. But hiding it, tucking it away, acting like it don't exist, it's not going to get you nowhere. You're going to be there. When you by yourself at night, that feelings, them feelings you got on the inside, they flare up. They always there because you don't want to take the time out to make yourself better. Right? You don't want to take that time out to make yourself better. You like being the way you are. You deserve better. If you don't think you do, you do. And a lot of times that's the problem. That's what keep us stuck. That's what keep us stuck is because a lot of us don't think that we deserve the best. A lot of us don't think that. And that's what keep you stuck, because you don't have that, you don't feel like you're worthy. You don't feel like you're worthy. So that's what keep you stuck. You got to come out that shit and deal with the shit that you got going on inside of you, so that you can get rid of it. It's never going to go anywhere if you don't come out that shell and face that shit head on. It's never going to go anywhere. The minute that you get by yourself, after you finish being all in toxic world, right? Because now they done created this thing called the internet, and people that don't love their self and stuff can get on the internet and troll like a motherfucker, right? They can get on the internet and troll their ass off, okay? And come on now. Come on, just think for a minute. Just think. I need people that think. I need some people that know how to think. Okay? Just think for a minute. You get on this internet, you're making troll accounts and all that, so you can go around and spew out angry and nasty things towards people. And you do this every day. You got so many damn troll accounts, it's a shame. That is a lack of self-love. That's a lack of self-love. When you do stuff like that, that is a lack of self-love. There's some shit going on with you. Anytime you get on this thing we call the internet, and you make a whole bunch of troll accounts and you just trolling, and so you can spew out dirty messages and stuff, and don't nobody know who you really are. That's a lack of self-love. That is a lack of self-love. Okay. Now, not for everybody. You got some people that do it for a reason. Okay. You got some people that do it for a good cause. So I ain't gonna say everybody, but for some, making them different troll accounts so you can spew hate and stuff to people. Hey, that's a problem. That's a problem for some people. That's a lack of that self-love. And it's a lot of people that's dealing with this. And they don't want to face it. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want to deal with it. You know, it's really sad that I be looking at a lot of things that be going on in our community, right? And it's really sad how I see some people who, I don't know, they don't want to, it's like they don't want to take care of themselves. They don't want to look out for their, for their children or any of that. And I'm not just talking about men, I'm talking about women too, because I know some women that's like that don't want to, the kids is with their father, and they out doing whatever they want to do, and then I know some men that's like that too. So I'm not just referring to women. I'm not just referring to women. I'm not just referring to men, because I know both that's like that. Okay. But it's sad. It's a sad situation, I tell you, because I don't know. I think sometimes women get mad because when the man, when they done had a child or children with a man, and then they look back at the relationship and they didn't marry him and stuff like that. I think sometimes women get mad, right? Because most of the responsibility ends up, on them, and vice versa. You got men out here where they ended up with their children and the responsibilities ended up on them, and so some of them do, some of them do get upset because they, you know, how can I put it? Some of them go into these relationships and they want to be there. But for some reason, the other party don't, for whatever the reason. It just stopped working. The relationship stopped working. And see, a lot of this comes from a lack of self-love. A lot of relationships don't work out from a lack of self-love. And I know some people gonna fight me on this. They're gonna fight me on it. I know they are. But a lot of the relationships that don't work comes from a lack of self-love. It comes from a lack of things that done happened to us that we haven't dealt with, that we trying to cover up. So what we do, we go out there, we jump into a relationship, right? And we end up making a baby. We end up having a baby, right? And the relationship end up not working, right? Because when they went into the relationship, they had issues already that they hadn't addressed. They didn't work on those issues, right? They just jumped into that relationship. See, because some people do it because they just want that attention. They want some attention. But they don't deal with the real issues. They don't deal with the real issues that's going on. Hello, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you subscribe to the channel and welcome to the family. But yeah, some of us, we dive into these relationships and we know we're not ready. And we dive into them anyway. We play the role like we want to be there and we want to be, with the person. And then we have a baby bomb. And then we go back to feeling those same feelings we was feeling when we got into the relationship. Why? Because it's a lack of self-love and we got issues. We got issues like trauma and stuff that we haven't dealt with. That's still there. And we done jumped into this relationship. And so now the relationship done turned all upside downwards and everything. Why? Because we're still feeling those same feelings that we thought was going to leave because we got into a relationship. But it didn't turn out like that. It didn't turn out like that because we still have trauma. We still had things that went on when we was children. We still had things that went on in past relationships that we haven't dealt with. We haven't healed. And because we haven't healed, we keep jumping into relationships. And the relationships never work out because we not healed. Come on, y'all. We not healed. And let me tell you something. This is going to be a continuous cycle for you until you address those issues. Okay? You have to address those issues that you got going on inside of you. The trauma from your childhood. Come on now. Because I talk to a lot of people, and a lot of people got a lot of trauma from childhood. Okay? Some people got trauma from past relationships. We have to address these things before we can move forward. Jumping into relationship after relationship after relationship, it doesn't do anything but make you worse. Because each relationship, right, you still are not healed from your childhood traumas, okay, and anything else that's going on. So when you jump into a relationship, some more stuff happened. More stuff happened, right? To go along with the stuff you already dealing with. You know? So, what do? You break up with that one and you jump into another one. And then some more stuff happened. You have to stop, people. You have to stop and take some me time. Leave the relationships alone. Stop having the babies. Don't have no babies until you get you together. Get you together. Deal with them traumas you got going on and all that other stuff that you got going on. Deal with those things first. Heal yourself first. Learn how to love yourself first. And then try. It makes a big difference. I keep posting, but it's not showing. Oh, okay. I seen this post you just did. I seen where you said, "Hey Lisa," and I spoke to you. Then you say, "I keep posting, but it's not showing." I don't know why. I did get this one. I don't know what else you said, but I do see these two. I don't know why it's not showing up. I think YouTube be blacking me out sometimes. I really do. I subscribe. You are speaking truth. Thank you. And welcome to the family. I appreciate you, coming in. I appreciate it. But yeah, I want people to understand that, and I'm not telling something that I haven't done. Come and see me in IG. I subscribe. Okay, I sure will. Oh, that's your name on IG, Fields of Grace 101. That's the name for you on IG. But I keep, trying to explain to people this because I know that a lot of us are going through it. When you make bad decisions for yourself, a lot of times it's a lack of self-love. You know, you don't love yourself. And that's what happens when you don't love yourself. You end up making bad choices and decisions, you know? And that's why I talk about this a lot. It's important. Isn't yes, IG and YouTube. Okay, I sure will. I'll come and subscribe and follow you on IG. I sure will. And I always, that's why I talk about this because a lot of people deal with this. And it's an unconscious thing. It's like, you jump into relationships and you be feeling stuff, but you don't really know. You know what I mean? It's like you feel those things, those feelings that's going on. You're welcome. You feel those things that's going on inside of you, but it's like I don't think people be understanding what they're feeling. And so they dive into relationships and different things like that, trying to get rid of the feeling that they're having. And it has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with not loving yourself and dealing with those traumas or things that has happened to you, in your life. You gotta acknowledge those things. You can't keep thinking that because you jump into a relationship, they gonna go away. Or you find a good man, those things gonna go away. They don't go away. You have to address them. They don't go away. Those things don't go away. You have to address them and you have to heal from them. And a lot of people don't want to do that. It's not easy. But let me tell you something. When you do it, it's going to be the best feeling. I'm telling you. Because listen, I tells my story. I don't give a toot, a flying flute. Who I tell it to, I tell my story. Okay. And I don't worry about what people got to say. Because today I love me and I'm comfortable in my skin. So I don't worry about what somebody got to say, what somebody gonna say about me. You can say what you want to about me, but I know where I'm at today. You know, I know where I'm at today. And I know that, you know, I have something to offer other people. And when you do the work on yourself, it's worth it. It's worth it. Your confidence go up, your self-esteem go up. You know what I mean? All that. When you take time out to do the work on yourself, you become a better parent and everything. But you have to address those issues. And a lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people want to ignore it and act like it's not there. Or they want to act like it's nothing wrong with them. You know, a lot of people don't want to come out and just, deal with their stuff. And I don't understand that. I know it's not easy. And like, if you're not, I'm not saying that people got to be like me and like just come out and tell your story, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Because some people don't want to do that. But they got therapy. You can always go to therapy, start with therapy. And I'm telling you, therapy works. I did it. Before I came on here, I was in therapy and stuff, years ago. But it helped me. And once I got better, I came on here and I started telling my story and sharing my story and stuff. And that's what I do. I don't have a problem talking about me. I don't worry about what somebody think, you know, because until you walk in my shoes, you know, walk in my shoes, walk a mile in my shoes, then we got something to talk about. You feel me? But if you ain't walked in my shoes, I don't worry about what somebody say. I know that the things I've been through in my life, me sharing it, I know I can help people. I know I can. Because I talk from experience, from the things that I've been through. I don't just be up here talking. You know what I mean? Everything that I say is because I have experienced it or I have went through it. And that's why I share what I share. But like I said, no, I don't get a lot of attention that I should get because, like I said, some people, how people are. They make negative shit blow up. They feed the negativity and make it grow. But I'm not going to give up on my channel. I like what I do. I like the fact that I put something out in the atmosphere that can help somebody. That's the kind of person I am. I want to help. I don't want to hurt nobody. And so I'm not going to give up my channel. I like my channel. I started it. And at first I was like, after I started, I was like, I don't know. I don't think I should mess with it, you know? And then I was talking to my sister. My sister said, you better go ahead. You don't know how many people you might help. Just do it. And so I started it. And, you know, like I say, I think YouTube be shadow banding me or something because one minute I can come on here and I'll have a lot of views, right? Then I'll come on here other time like today and I didn't see a notification or nothing. So I don't know what they be doing, but like I said, the right people will run across the message at the right time, you know? So I got 260 subscribers. So I'm trying to get on up there to 1,000. I ain't there yet. It'll get there though. It'll get there. I'm gonna start going live more. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start coming on here more because that might be the problem too. Because I don't come on here like I was at first. I was coming on here every day at one time, and then I stopped. So I'm gonna start coming on here, every day. But yeah, I've been through a lot, and I just put it out there because I want to help people. I don't want people to stay in that how can I put it? I don't want people to, stay stuck in their misery, when they could free themselves. You know what I mean? So that's my mission, is to try to get people to uh come out that shell, you know, and not be stuck in misery. Because I don't care what you do and how you do it. Excuse me. Uh, you have to heal yourself up. It's just like eating right. When you eat right, you start to feel better. You know what I mean? You start to look better and all that. It's the same thing. You got to heal yourself on the inside. And healing uh spiritually, healing, eating, healing uh physically. Okay? I think they all go together for me. You know what I mean? I think it's important that when you start healing the inside of you, like dealing with your traumas and stuff, I think uh meditation, eating right, all that. I think all that's something, that I think everybody should go into. That's what I did. After I got clean and I started, healing myself from things that I had went through, uh doing my addiction, I I started to come up out of the depression and stuff, because yes, I got depressed after I came off the heroin. I got very depressed, you know? And so after that, I ended up, coming up out of all that. God is amazing. God is amazing. I always say I'm a chosen one. I don't care what nobody else thinks. I always tell myself I'm a chosen one. God put me here for a reason. He healed me for a reason. And hey, I truly believe that. I don't care what anybody else thinks. God healed me for a reason. And he put me here for a reason. And I'm going to do whatever I can do to help whoever I can help. I'm not here to make nobody do nothing. But I am here because I do have something to offer. Besides negativity and drama, that's not a part of my story. But I do have things to offer that can help. And like I said, I talk from experience, not from a book. I don't read out of a book. And I ain't saying there's something wrong with it. But I talk from shit that I done been through. Okay? I express myself from things that I have been through. Like seriously. And I don't regret going through what I went through. It made me a stronger person. I'm a much stronger person today. I'm a much wiser person. I have a lot of knowledge, and I'm still learning. I'm still learning. So God is good all the time. All the time. I have one more message for y'all, and I'm gone. This will take about 5 minutes. I'm going to try to keep it short, keep it simple. I want to talk about addiction, because I noticed that some people, that's dealing with addiction have a habit of wanting to try to follow the steps. And there's nothing wrong with following the steps, because the steps will help you kind of the steps will help you like open up your life, like, put things in perspective in your life. Okay, so it's nothing wrong with learning the steps and doing the steps, because you can do the steps 10 times, and 10 times you'll come up with different answers. None of your answers will be the same. You could do the steps 10 times and they'll all change, because as you grow, things are going to look different to you. You see what I'm saying? So it's nothing wrong with the steps. But what I want to say is, excuse me, when you start to get clean, right? When you start to get clean, once you get clean, you also have to learn how to love yourself again. You also have to work on your low self-esteem, right? You have to you're trying to go back to your regular life, to your normal life, right? But you want to be the best you that you could be. You have to work on those things, okay? Like I say, it's nothing wrong with, I talk about addiction over here because I am a recovering addict, okay? But also I talk about self-love and self-esteem and all that, because those are things that you also have to work on even after you get clean. Those are things that you still have to work on and acknowledge. You know, you don't just start loving yourself automatically because you got clean. Now you do start, you do get more into yourself, and you start liking to look at yourself because you change. You know what I mean? You don't stop using it. Your skin done got your skin glowing and stuff like that. So I understand that. But also, just don't forget that you're trying to get your life back, which means you want to love yourself again. You want to get your, you want to, deal with your self-esteem, your confidence, all of that. So, because I think some people may get discouraged because I don't talk about addiction all the time. But I talk about things too that you got to plug back into once you get clean, which is self-love, your self-esteem, your what else? Your self-esteem, your confidence, your uh what else can I just different areas of your life that you got to plug back into once you do get clean. So I touch on all that. And my channel is just not for recovering addicts. It's for everybody. Anybody that want to talk about self-love, that want to start back to loving themselves and things of that nature. Because a lot of us need that. We do. We need to start loving ourselves. A lot of us don't love ourselves, and we don't realize it. But when you constantly ending up in bad situations and you trying to stay in a bad situation, that's a sign that you don't love yourself, that you don't have self-love. Okay. When you do things to yourself to hurt yourself, those are signs that you do not love yourself. You don't have the self-love. And so you need to back up and take a look at yourself, because that's what's lacking is self-love. When you have that self-love, you make the right decisions and choices for your life. You don't be trying to do stuff to hurt yourself, or you don't keep putting yourself in bad situations and then trying to stay in it. You don't do that. And so, yeah. But that's all. That's all, y'all. I think I did what I had to do. Okay. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Um, like I said, this is what I'm here for. I want to see everybody blossom. Okay. I want to see everybody do good. Okay. I do. I want to see people shine. I want to see people do well. And one the way you start off is with you. With you. Okay? With you. And, you know, if you want to, I could tell, well, I always share with y'all how I healed up, how I healed myself. You know, once I got clean, I didn't go into the relationships and stuff. I met my daughter's father, my last child father, who's Down syndrome, but her father passed away on me. And I haven't been in a relationship since. But yeah, he was very, very good to me. He took care of us, you know. But you know, it is what it is. Um, I have to keep going. I have to keep myself together so that I can, you know, take care of her, you know. And so it is what it is. But I'm not sad. I'm happy. I am happy. Because today I'm a totally different person, right? I love me today. I really do. And I want to, you know, help as many of y'all as I can to love yourself. It's important. It makes you feel different. It makes you want different. It makes you think different when you love yourself, when you have that self-love. You know, it really do. So I will see y'all on tomorrow. I'm going to tune back and I might come on here earlier tomorrow. What I'm going to try to do, y'all, is post it on my Instagram, which is Lisa Real Spill, same as the channel. I'm going to try to post it on Instagram so that you all can, you know when I'm going to go live. I can post it over there about an hour or half an hour before I go live over here. Because sometimes I'll get a notification and then sometimes I don't. So I'm going to post it on my Instagram story so that y'all will know. Okay. And I'll see y'all on tomorrow. Thanks for everybody who tuned in. Please hit the like button. Leave comments, you know, so we can keep the conversation going. Leave comments. I do respond to my comments. Excuse me. And so, you know, I'm just letting y'all know I do respond to my comments. I might not respond right away, but once I see it, I will respond. Okay. So yeah, because I'm going to start coming on here more, you know, more than normal. Because I've been coming on, then I'll stop, then I'll come on. But I'm going to come on here more because, like I said, you have to believe in yourself. Okay. You can't depend on other people believing in you. You got to believe in yourself. Right. And I have stuff to offer people. I know I can help other people. Right. With my story and the things that I've been through in my life. I know I can help other people because I'm not there today. I'm a totally different person than I was, you know, over 15 years ago. 15 years ago. Matter of fact, it's been longer than 15 years ago. But I was using heroin, snorting heroin. Okay? But not today. Look at God. And I don't look like what I've been through. Okay? So what number God? You hear what I say? God is amazing. He's amazing. Okay? And I'm getting off here, y'all, because if I'll stop and I'll go into that. Okay? I could tell you some more stuff too. But we'll save it for another day. Man, we will save it for another day. Listen, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you to the fullest. I appreciate all my subscribers. I really do. I appreciate all of y'all. Man, oh man. Yes, I do. And I will be back on here tomorrow to kick it with you guys. Okay? So, like I said, leave comments, y'all. Share the videos. I'm trying to get me more subscribers. So y'all come on and help me out. Okay? I will see y'all on the next one. All right? God bless. And peace and happiness.